jingle bells, jingle all the way. It is now the holiday, so please shoot me. Wee! Hey guys, welcome back. I hope everyone is officially in the Christmas spirit. I officially was bit by the bug yesterday. I woke up in, I don't know what kind of mood. I was just like, I want to be in the Christmas spirit, but I wasn't. So I decided to watch a Christmas movie on Netflix, The Christmas Chronicles. It was super good. I cried like a stupid baby. Something about like dad relationships. They gave me every time, I guess because of my like relationship with my father. I don't want to get into that topic because it's currently a little sore. But dad stuff, makes me cry every time, like a little baby. So after watching that movie, I was just hit with the Christmas wave. I turned YouTube on my TV and I blasted Christmas music like at 8 in the morning. And I was hoping my neighbors got pissed off, especially because they love to play their music so early in the morning and so loud. So I was like, ooh, payback. So I had Mariah Carey going extra loud in the morning. And then I took out all my Christmas stuff and I decorated hard. Like I honestly tried. I feel like last year, I try every year. Last year though, like I was just kind of like, nice. But I wanted to look really nice. And I usually focus on the outside, like the door and all that. And I want it to look nice. This year I was like, I want when you walk in to look nice. So I put the most of my decorations inside. And of course I put up my tree and I decorated it. And it is lit and it is beautiful. And it has the star on top. And yes, it's lit by flames. I love it. So, if you haven't guessed what we're going to talk about, it's the holidays. Duh. It is December 3rd. This will get posted December 5th. So, we're still in our time. It's not Christmas yet, but it's December. So, I like to celebrate the whole month, to keep the spirits going. So, I watched my first Christmas movie. I got another movie planned tonight, The Heat Miser. The one with the little guy with the fire flame hair, the old school movie. Gotta watch The Grinch. I have to watch Elf. That's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I don't care. I have to watch Elf every year. Just like I have to watch Nightmare on Elm Street every Halloween. There's just like a special movie every holiday that I have to watch. Except for Thanksgiving. I mean, I guess Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, but it's not like something I have to watch. It's just always on. But I have to watch Elf. Have to. But I like to save it for as long as possible because I'll watch it over and over. But it's more fun when you watch it the first time and you haven't watched it in a while. The new Grinch movie came out. I haven't seen it yet, but I really want to see it. I was kind of skeptical because I didn't know that actor who's doing the Grinch. Like, I know of him, but I don't think I like him. So I was like, but it looked funny, so I actually want to give it a try. I got a big surprise yesterday, so it changes my holiday plans, and I'm really looking forward to it. I was actually thinking of spending Christmas alone. Not by choice. I work on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day because Christmas is on a Tuesday. So stupid. It should be like, I don't know, the last Saturday of the month or something. Like, it's so stupid. It's on a Tuesday. Who wants Christmas on a Tuesday? I know we're going up on a Tuesday, but I don't want Christmas on a Tuesday. Got the best news ever yesterday. So, I have family that's not from here. My whole family is spread all over the world, but the majority of my family, like my mother and my mother's side of my family, all live in New York. Shout out to the LES. You know who you are if you're listening. So, my whole family is everywhere, but the majority is in New York, like I said. And yesterday I got a call from my aunt that she had a surprise that she was trying to save for me, but she can't because some other things came up and she was real worried. So she says, I have to tell you your surprise now because I need to know what you want to do going forward. And I was like, oh my God, what? She said, well, I have tickets to go see you for Christmas, but I found out that things may not be falling into place the right way, and I want to know what you want me to do. If you want me to come for Christmas, if you want me to wait till the spring or the summer. And I said, no, stop. I will make it work. I will pick you up from the airport. You will stay with me. I'm sorry you're allergic to cats. I will put my little kitty away because I want you here. So my aunt from New York is coming. I'm so excited. I haven't seen her in like a good 7 years. I'm pumped. She's from Brooklyn, and I love her, and I'm so excited. I think I'm excited because, like I said, not having a lot of family, I don't do anything for the holidays. The little family I have here, I don't associate with or don't celebrate with. So I don't do holidays, and I guess that's why I don't make them a big deal. So I get a little sad around holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that because I don't get to do the fun traditional things. Last year, I got to spend it with Jay and her family, and it was super awesome. I thought that's what I was going to do this year till I found out Christmas was on a Tuesday, so that blows. So I thought this would be the year, like, I'm not going to do anything, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm just going to work, whatever. But now that I know my aunt's coming, I'm so excited. She hasn't come to Texas since my graduation, and I graduated in '08. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. And then in January, my other aunt from my dad's side, she's coming from Florida. And that's another great aunt of mine. I love her. She practically raised me. She came from, I don't even know. She moved to Texas. So my aunt moved to Texas when I was real young, and she stayed here like my entire childhood, young adulthood, even adulthood. She left to Florida about 7 years ago and hasn't come back since. And I don't even know why we lost our connection, but we were so close. She was like my best friend, my aunt, my everything. She's also my godmother. So she's just been my world. And we didn't have a bad falling out. We just kind of like, she did her thing and then I did mine, and life kind of just, got in the way because of the separation, I guess. So I'm so excited she's coming, and my aunt from New York is coming, and I'm so pumped. My grandpa from Puerto Rico is visiting right now. That was cool to see him once. Yeah. I don't even want to get into that, but my grandpa from Puerto Rico is visiting. I would love to see him more, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it was nice to see him one time. I guess once is better than none? I don't know. So those are my holiday plans. I kind of want to talk about, traditions and things like that, and get a little religious. I'm just going to dabble. I don't know how far I'm going to stick my toe in that thing because I don't want to get bad feedback. But we're just going to dabble. Like I said, last year I spent Christmas with Jay and her family, and it was great. They have great traditions. They make like tamales. I didn't get to eat them, but I got to help make them. That was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, they're so crazy. They like celebrate from sun up to sun down because her family is a big family, and I've always wanted to be a part of that. So it was one of those, like, you got to visit the grandmas and the grandpas and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and go to house to house to house to house. It was so much fun. I was exhausted by the end. I think I haven't done that in forever. So growing up, for the longest time, it was just me and my dad. And we celebrated Christmas. You get to open one gift on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning, you go crazy. I have always loved that. That was back when it was just me and my dad. Things changed. I got older. He introduced more people in our life. So then at one point, it was my dad and my stepmom, and then my stepsister and my half-siblings. And we had great Christmases together. They were amazing. It was one of the greatest times of my life. And that's when I would get like the awesome gifts. Like, they would go broke for us. I'm telling you, the newest game consoles, we got like PS4, whatever the new CDs were, because this was back when CDs were a thing, guys. I think I got like a new Discman. Like, it was the greatest. Game Boy. I got my best gifts then. And then that was great and that was fun. That was my spoiled days. I was a brat. But after that, we would go to my stepmom's mom's house to go eat, and the food was so good. Filipino food is amazing. If you haven't tried it, it's not Chinese food. It's not Thai. You have to try Filipino food. So good. And then everybody would come, and like all the kids, we would bring like your most favorite gift, and you got to show it off. It was so much fun. I like stuff like that. I think I like to be around family. And now that I don't have any family, it totally sucks. So it was so much fun to just like be around everyone, and everyone's playing with their toys and eating food, and the grown-ups are like drinking and talking, and we can't be around that. And then us kids, I don't know why we'd always like end up listening to music, because the older kids like me, like we loved music. So we'd always be like trying to do dance routines. It was so much fun. Let's see. Then I got older again. And then I was put in a different family situation, not with my family. And then Christmas was done differently. I always talk a little here and a little there about my past. I'm a little vague with it, a little shady with it. I know. I want to talk to you guys about it, but I always never feel like it's the right time. Like, oh, now it's the holiday time. Can't talk about it. Oh, it was Halloween. It was Thanksgiving. I don't know. So I never have really gotten into my past fully. But at one point in my life, I was living in an all-girls home. So I have a mom, I have a dad. They're my biological parents. They're not dead. They're alive. But I was put in an all-girls home because of situations that were out of my control. And in this all-girls home, it was a Christian-based home. So we had, quote-unquote, foster parents, because my parents are still around. And my foster parents did Christmas differently. And it was very religious-based. It was not about Santa, no elf on the shelf, no Frosty the Snowman. All about Jesus and God and the saints and his disciples. And so it got to be a different type of Christmas. We still got presents. We still did a Christmas tree. We did a lot of other stuff too that I liked. We would always, on our Christmas break, have to go to the church, and we would stay there and like feed the homeless. We also had a whole bunch of people from different countries that would come to the church to experience like an American holiday. I don't know how to explain it. That's like the best way. And so we would like take these people in, and we would take care of them, and we would show them around, show them like the lights of San Antonio and the river walk around Christmas time, and then we would feed them. They would feed us their food and tell us about what they did in their culture. So that was fun. And then, of course, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, we go to the church, and we're there like all day, and you do service, and we had to talk about Jesus and how he was born and what it means, the real holiday and the meaning of it. And it was great. It was great at the time. This is where it gets a little if you can't tell from my mood changing. So I didn't have a choice to live in this home. I didn't want to. Of course not. I wanted to go to my home with my family, but that wasn't happening. So I was forced to live in an all-girls Christian home. And from the moment I went into that home, my life changed, especially with religion. Before them, I went to church with my family. We did like Sunday. I had my first communion. I was born Catholic, so things are a little different between Catholic and Christian. And it wasn't just Christian. They were Presbyterian. And I had never even heard of that before going in this home. So that made it a whole different experience for me. So Presbyterians are a little different than just like your average Christian. They're a little more old school Christian. I don't know. It's weird. They're a little weird. Not judging. So, like, the moment I got into that house, it was such a different experience. Like, music, gone. We were not allowed to listen to any type of music unless it was Christian. Like, I had the biggest CD collection in the world because I love music. I loved music growing up. And I remember they had to give all my music to my father because it was not Christian music. Only could listen to one Christian station that we have in San Antonio. The TV, we weren't even allowed to watch TV. And any movies we watched had to be Christian-based movies. So we didn't get to watch, like, Elf. Couldn't watch that movie. Are you crazy? What else? I'm trying to think. Like, any movies we watched had to be Christian-based movies. Even if they were, like, a G-rated movie, could not watch unless it had to do with religion. That was just how this family I lived with was. And there was a lot of other girls there. It wasn't just me. It was a lot of other girls coming from a lot of different other situations, some semi-similar. We all had our parents, and we all would be able to go home if we wanted to. We just couldn't at the time. It wasn't like any of us were orphans or anything. I feel like people get confused with that a lot. I was not an orphan. I am not an orphan. Another thing with this home I lived in was we were not allowed to do extracurricular activities. So I went through a lot of different high schools. So the high school I went to, I ended up starting my junior year, and then I stayed there till I graduated. Well, I'm sorry. I went there like the second semester of my sophomore year, and then from there, sophomore, junior, senior year, and I graduated there. But we weren't allowed to do extracurricular activities, not allowed to have friends over, not allowed to go to friends' houses, not allowed to have a cell phone. And this is just when cell phones were, like, becoming a thing for people. Like, when I was a freshman, that's when I got my first cell phone, and it was amazing. So to wait until I was 18 to get a cell phone was rough. Very rough. To be, like, the only kid in high school not with a cell phone. But, yeah. So, no phones, no friends. We had a house phone, but you were only allowed to talk on the phone for 10 minutes, and they had to know who you were talking with. There was a timer. No computer. We had a computer, and it had internet, but it was only meant for homework. That is it. No email, no AIM, no MySpace, none of that. So I was a little delayed into, like, the social world. But trust me, I caught up quick. And so it was very different there. Religion was just, that was the base of everything. Religion. We had to do dinner together. We had to pray every night. We had to pray before dinner. We had to pray in the morning. We had to do our chores. We had to volunteer at the church. Wednesday, I think, or Thursday was like, youth night. We had to go there. In the summer, we went to Christian camps and different, like, things. We did, like, vacation Bible school, all that kind of stuff. For me, religion, I say this a lot to, like, close people, but I try not to say it too much because I don't want to offend anyone. But, like, I always feel like religion was shoved down my throat to the point where when I got out of there, I stopped with religion. I had so many questions. And my questions always had to be answered with, 1, everything in the Bible is true. 2, you don't question the Bible. And 3, you don't ask questions, period. So I never felt comfortable. So I had to go along with this life even though I had questions about it. So when I didn't have to anymore and I got out of there, I stopped. I stopped going to church. I didn't become like an atheist or anything, but like I didn't want to go because I felt like it was pushed on me so much and I had so many questions and no one would answer my questions and that would just make me think even more. So now that I'm not around that type of environment, I don't have a big faith-based life. I'm going to say things that you may not like, especially if you are a religious person. But if you are, you probably don't even listen to this podcast, honestly. I don't believe in God. I don't believe Jesus was born on Christmas. I don't believe Jesus turned water into wine. I don't believe that Noah built an ark like at age 500 and put all these animals on a boat, and none of them had an issue, and it was just this really great time. There's so many things about religion that were not answered to me that I just had to put together myself. And when I did that, I came to terms with a lot of this stuff I don't even think happened, because then I had to become a realistic thinker. Not that I wanted to, but that's where I'm at. I believe in, I don't know what I believe in, but I think something happens to you when you die, but I don't know what. I don't think you grow wings and then you come out of your body and you float into the sky. I don't believe that. I don't believe in a rapture. I don't. But, like, I believe in karma, so I don't know what that means. Like, I definitely feel like if you do good, good comes back to you. And if you do bad, something bad's going to happen to you. I believe in that so strongly. But I don't know what that is. Is that superstition? Is that... I don't know. So, I get so frustrated sometimes around the holidays because... So, growing up in that home, Christmas was not what I wanted it to be, where it was kind of both. Like, oh, it's Santa... and, you know, Jesus' birthday, cool, yay. No. So when I got out of there, I started to celebrate Christmas a little differently. I celebrated in the sense that, like, there's a Santa Claus, there's a Rudolph, but I don't think it's Jesus' birthday. I put up my Christmas decorations. I have some, like, little things that I've gotten over the past that are, like, Christian decorations, but... I just put them up because it fills up the space in the house. But honestly, if I had the choice, I probably wouldn't put them up. I don't have a big nativity scene anywhere. I don't believe in it. I don't think there's anything wrong with how I feel, but I definitely do think that I will be judged, so I don't bring it up a lot. I'd rather believe there's a naughty and a nice list than there's one God out there watching your every move and judging you. I don't know why. I have no bad qualms with that girls' home I went to. There's no bad blood or anything. It was a great place. I graduated high school there. They adored me. They wanted me to stay there and go to college there. And sometimes I think I should have, but because of the way they run that place, I didn't want to. I didn't feel like I'd be able to experience my young adulthood the way I wanted to. Like, I wanted to listen to what I wanted to listen to. I wanted to go out and have friends. I wanted to go have experiences that I never got to have. Also, like, I was struggling with so many things there, like family things, my sexuality, knowing how I felt, and being in a Christian home was not an easy thing. But I kind of, like, was just so angry and frustrated with so many other things. Like, that kind of got pushed to the back burner till I got older. But I... I'm very thankful for where I was. I'm thankful that I got to be put in a situation where I was taken care of and I was fed and I got to go to school every day. And it was a very, very great place. From there, I went to, you know, like living my own life, and it was very eye-opening. Things happened to me when I left there that I would have never experienced unless I stayed there, good and bad. I mean, the first time I drank is when I left there. The first time I smoked cigarettes, smoked weed, whatever. Everything happened after there, and I'm sure it all came so fast to me because I just felt like I needed to try everything because I was free. But at the same time, I'm very thankful that I didn't get introduced to those things at the wrong time in my life, and that I got to finish high school and things like that. But because I felt like it was just pushed down my throat so much, I just couldn't take it. And I don't think I could have stayed there and been the best I could be. Not that I'm the best I could be now, in all honesty. I wanted to go to school and be a teacher, and I probably could have done that if I stayed there, but I could not take it. I can't take people shoving things down my throat like you're pushing this religion on me that I don't even understand, and I didn't want to be in that environment anymore. Like, it was just so... It felt like a cult at one point. Like, you know, our clothes had to be a certain way. Our hair had to be a certain way. It felt uncomfortable. Like, nothing uncomfortable ever happened there, but I just could tell it wasn't right. Like, this is not how a normal house is. I don't know. Maybe a religious house, but like that house was just too much God, if that's a thing. And if it is, there was too much of it. I just could not take it. I'm not going to badmouth them. This will be like the last thing I say on that home is that they did try to give us the best normal experience growing up in a home with a mother and a father and siblings and pets as possible. And I am thankful. And holidays were great. I had a very good time. We got all our gifts donated. There were a lot of clothes and stuff and Bibles, which was great. And I'm very thankful. And then anything we got that was toys, we would donate our gifts. So it was fun. It was a great experience. And I'm very thankful. I think we did Toys for Tots and we would go deliver presents. I love those kind of things. So now Christmas is, like I said, Santa Claus, and he's checking his list, and he's checking it twice, everyone, so y'all better be on the good list. Jack Frost, he's around. Frosty the Snowman, he's the coolest dude in the world. Elf on a Shelf, I got one. Her name is Eyelashes. She's currently in a stocking right now, and she likes to bounce around, so I watch her because she's watching and reporting back to Santa. I am now officially in the holiday spirit and in the holiday mood, and I love it. And this is the holiday I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate Christmas in the sense of presents and good and bad and old Saint Nick. I don't want to celebrate this as a birthday for someone whose birthday wasn't even on this date, and we don't even have proof that it was, and there's no tangible proof. I don't care what you say. I enjoy celebrating it this way, the way I want, and I'm happy. I'm excited that I'm going to get to celebrate this Christmas with family. I haven't got to do that in a very long time, sadly and disappointing. I'm so big on family, yet it's never really around when I need it, and not by choice. Sometimes by choice, sometimes by not, but I'm just so thankful and so excited to finally spend Christmas with my aunt. When I was little, back when it was just me and my dad, I would go to New York every year to go visit my mom and her family. And it was so great to see snow and to be a part of like a New York Christmas. I never went to Times Square for New Year's. That shit is crazy. But it was so much fun to like just run really fast to someone's house because it was too cold outside, getting to make snowmen. It was awesome. So I'm happy for those memories as well. And now my aunt gets to experience a Texas Christmas, and it's going to be fun. She said she's packing summer clothes and winter clothes. She called me yesterday, and I was like, I don't know. Pack what you want. I mean, it's like 70 degrees right now. But then again, tomorrow it's going to be in the 50s, so you just never know. I'm excited. I hope she gets a kick out of everything we do. I want to take her, of course, downtown to see the lights, to do the river walk, the Christmas tree down there. We'll do stuff here. We're going to make cookies. We're going to drink hot cocoa. We're going to watch movies. I just can't wait. I'm so happy. Even if it's just one person, I'm so happy. It's one person blood related to me that I will get to celebrate Christmas with. I'm very excited about this. If you have holiday traditions, I would love to hear them. I want to know holiday traditions. Another one I have is every year I always make a gingerbread house. That's just something like you have to do on the holidays. You just have to make a gingerbread house. And yeah, gingerbread houses are fun to make, but also impossible. Like, I will sit there and watch YouTube videos because I'm like, oh, if they can do it, I can do it. And I've seen people make like mansions with gingerbread houses. So I'm excited for that. So please tell me your holiday traditions, what you do, what you like, what you don't. If you ever got cold for Christmas, can someone please tell me about that? Why you got it and how you felt about it? I never got cold for Christmas, thankfully, but I can think of definitely times growing up where I deserved cold that year. Follow me on my social media. I'm Not Okay or Danny G on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat. And look at what I'm up to. I will be posting pictures of my holiday house, my tree. I will post my gingerbread house. I want to see what you guys are doing. who knows if I get presents this year. If I do, I'll let you know. I definitely think I'm on the nice list. I deserve to be on the nice list this year. I've been working my butt off. And I've been doing really, 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 really good. So yeah, go follow me on all my social media. Go see what I'm up to. Go show me love. Show me some Christmas spirit. I want to see your Christmas spirit, and you can see mine. I have an ugly sweater contest coming up at work. I really don't know what to do. I have a sweater that I think I might make uglier, but I don't know. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Also, if you have any cool positions for the Elf on a Shelf, let me know. I want to get interesting with my Elf on a Shelf this year. Like, I have a few ideas I've seen like on Instagram or whatever, but I want to like do it this year. I want my eyelashes to get a little crazy. All right, guys. Well, I'm not fully okay, and now we can know why, because I was almost in a cult, I think. I hope you weren't, and if you were, I hope you made it out, but I hope you're not okay enough to come back, so we cannot be okay together. I'm not okay. You're not okay. Let's not be okay together, guys. All right? Thanks for stopping by. Merry Christmas. Bye.